This All Trails map illustrates today's hike. We started on Mason Road in Willington and ended up on Perry Hill Road in Ashford, Connecticut. According to the Connecticut Walkbook, this is about 4.5 miles of the Nipmuck Trail. On our way back, we took the Knowlton Spur. This large parking lot is located about a half a mile south of the trail. It provides convenient access for the Knowlton Preserve, Talmadge Conservation Tract, and the Yukon Forest Moss Tract. This weekend has turned out to be not so great weather-wise, so instead of heading up to Massachusetts for another section of the New England Trail, I decided to hike a little closer to home, pick up the next section of the Nipmuck Trail. Today we're hiking from Willington, Connecticut on Mason Road, where we left off last time, and hopefully heading to Perry Hill Road, about 4.5 miles of the Nipmuck Trail. We'll start our hike with about 3/10 of a mile walking on this Mason Road, as the parking lot is a little bit south of the Nipmuck Trail itself. There's little or no parking up near the Nipmuck Trail, and there's a little spur trail that will make it easier to come back to the parking lot. All right, we're about ready to start here on the Nipmuck Trail, and our first part is going to be going through the Royal Knowlton Preserve. The Nipmuck Trail is approximately 42 miles in length and is shaped like a fork. The southern termini are in Mansfield and North Windham, Connecticut, while the northern terminus is at the Massachusetts border in Union, Connecticut. The trail traverses sections of Natchog State Forest, Nipmuck State Forest, Mansfield Hollow, and Bigelow Hollow State Parks. There are backpacking options in both Natchog and Nipmuck State Forests. Now we're starting to get some light rain, and I'm not surprised. It was predicted to have maybe an hour of rain this afternoon. Looking at the radar, looks like the worst of it might be over me right now. The trail has been relatively flat and it's mostly upland, so basically I'm pretty dry except for maybe my feet and maybe the lower portion of my pants. Look at what we found here in the woods, man. This is a very cool foundation. The only thing I enjoy more than stone walls are these rock foundations. This is cool. According to the old topo map, if you go this way, which is south, it runs in directly into Karosi Road. From here, the Nipmuck Trail continues north on Karosi Road. Oh, we barely went any distance at all, and here's another high stone wall, and obviously some sort of a building foundation. All these openings in the stone walls here, down there, and over here are indicative of, I think, fields. Access for the farmers to go in and out of their fields. Nothing like a stretch of parallel stone walls to tell you that you're on an old woods road, huh? Behind me is the Knowlton Brook, and we'll follow this briefly until we reach Route 74. The Knowlton Brook feeds the Mount Hope River, which is one of two rivers that fill the Mansfield Hollow Lake. We'll see the Mount Hope River in the next Nipmuck Trail video. The other river which fills Mansfield Hollow Lake is the Fenton River. We followed that in parts 4 and 5 of the Nipmuck Trail series. This is part 6 in the trail series. If you're interested in seeing more, check out my Nipmuck Trail playlist. I'll leave a link below and at the end of this video. Okay, when you get your break on Route 74, hit the gas. As we leave 74 behind, we rejoin the Knowlton Brook. If you're gonna follow a brook or river in Connecticut, you can usually count on having a little bit of mountain laurel to keep you company. I find it interesting that the old topo map labels this section of the Knowlton Brook as rapids. At this point, the Nipmuck heads east again, try to stay out of the swamp. At this point, we're in Natchog State Forest and we've come to the top of a ridge about 650 feet in elevation, and the sun's coming out. If you're interested in seeing more of my Nipmuck Trail videos, click on the link above or check out the playlist in the description below. If you enjoy this content and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow and it sends a strong message that you appreciate the work I'm doing. I have to say, once again, the Connecticut Blue Trails, you rock. Didn't really know that there was anything to see on this Nipmuck Trail section, but with all the river crossings, the foundations, and the old roads, it's a great place to hike. I often take for granted that there are over 800 miles of Blue Blaze trails to explore in the state of Connecticut. If you're looking for a new hike, check out the Connecticut Forest and Park Association's website. They have a terrific interactive map that I use to help decide where to explore next. I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, we're back at the Knowlton Spur, 6/10 of a mile out of the car. Looks like we're going to beat the sunset. Just remember, next time you're thinking about going out and it's supposed to be a little bit of rain, it's not so bad. Get out there and hike. That's going to wrap it up today. Did about 11 miles. As always, thank you for coming along. I'll see you out in the next one. Well, it looks like we beat sunset, not by much,